Da ist ein Portal. Das ist sehr gut.
Bodies everywhere. Accident or sabotage.
Und hier gibt es schon wieder Holz.
Traps, please.
Cut it out.
Nothing we need to worry about.
At ease, friend. You're welcome to rest here. Who's there? Please, keep your distance. You're welcome to shelter here, but we've grave injuries to tend to. A devil, the most deadly foe we've yet encountered. We are Paladins of Tyr, Lord of Justice. He sent us after an infernal being, straight out of the Nine Hells, hiding in the form of a one-horned tiefling.
One horn? Then you mean Karlach, Archdevil's bootlicker.
You know her, which means you know what the Fiend is capable of. She slaughtered countless refugees fleeing the Absolute. Yesterday, she butchered an entire family without mercy. We were lucky to survive our encounter with her. She ran toward the river when she saw we were merely wounded, not dead. Down the hill from here. She must pay for her crimes. If you This is the sword of justice, blessed by Tyr. I've wielded it since I swore my oath. It's all I have, but it's yours if you stop her. Bring me her head, and Tyr will consider her crimes repaid. May the just God...
If you want to go poking around in the cellar, be my guest. Plug your nose first, though. Corpse, half rotted to mush. Must have been down there a 10-day or more.
Holy shit.
It was a toll house. By the time we arrived, it was more like a slaughterhouse. There's more monsters than coin moving down this road. There's a locked door down the hatch. Doesn't look like anyone's managed to get in. If there's any gold left, that's where it'll be.
Nice. Ich nehme natürlich hier alles, was an Gold rumliegt. So.
Let's see what this does.
Wer bist du?
Need any supplies? We've fewer mouths to feed now. 2. Both stalwarts of Tyr. Sworn to uphold justice. The Lord of Justice sent us after a dev. Talk to Anders if you want the details. I don't have it in me to recount the horror.
Geil. Ist jetzt Sachen zu verkaufen. Da, Streitkolben weg, Knochen weg. Weg. Next. Das weg. Das hört sich doch erstmal gut an, was wir hier alles weg haben. Hier kann Münzen, das ist schon ordentlich. Holy moly. Ja, dann tauschen wir die Maske, damit die weg ist. Gegen ein restliches Gold.
In Tyr's name.
Oh, das ist eine Seele. What is going on?
What's hiding here?
Ein Stangenbrot. Das Stangenbrot. Dann schauen wir mal, was da unten erst los ist.
The rot of death. Delightful.
Sind die ordentliche Schriftverfassung von den Reisenden einen bezahlten Goldbetrag. Mappen, 4 Händler mit einem Wagen voller allerlei, 25 Gold. Kompanie der flammenden Faust, 15 Fäuste und Panzerhandschuhe, Geböber, 100 Gold erlassen, Fäuste zahlen keine Zölle, sie nehmen ihn. Wache bringen Fässer Weinkraut, 2 Dautgar, Bauern, keine Ware, kein Gold, verwundet, haben uns gewarnt, wir gehen geschickt und zusätzliche Wachenablösung. 7 Dautgar, mehr Bauern sind zu viel in Zahlen. Sieht schlecht aus. Ein Pflege. Für 2 Kilo, jo, nehme ich. Natürlich bin ich wieder zu überladen. So, jetzt geht's wieder nach Irschim. bräuchte eigentlich eine vernünftige Offhand. Hatte ich hier nicht einen Dolch? Ja, hatte ich. Schwach gegen Feuer.
My faith will guide me.
Mhm.
Onward, ever onward.
Okay, wir waren die Säcke.
Curious. Perhaps I'm.
Hallo.
If not over, then through.
Whatever comes, I'm ready. Need to keep going.
Wo? Oder wie könnte man. Da könnte man es wahrscheinlich rein, oder?
Let's see.
All right, what now? One day I'll catch a break. Anything of use?
Hast du einen Schlüssel, ne? Ich nicht.
Open up.
Schlüssel ist da.
Gee, it might open the toll house vault.
Exakt. Dann gehen wir wieder da hoch und öffnen schön die Schatzkammer. Denn wir brauchen mehr Loot.
Here we go.
Aufmachen.
Trap. Be cautious.
Entschärfe ich mal. Ja, eine 10 locker. Easy aus dem Handgelenk. Da ist noch eine.
Trap. So much for a warm welcome.
Auch easy.
What's that?
warte mal, ich hatte da irgendwas in der Flasche, I guess. So, große Flasche untersuchen.
I'm way too big.
Ah, natürlich. Lass mich warten.
Watch how you go. There's a trap.
Weiße Truhe.
Might be useful.
Kann ich die vielleicht reparieren? Senden wir einfach mal ins Lager.
Just another crate.
Achtzehn, enough. Let's go.
Looks like a trap there.
Neun, nicht gut. Ja, Handtücher, let's go. Ich bin überlastet. Oder nicht? Hm. Geht sicher weiter, aber ich habe keine Wahrnehmung. Hast du Klick gemacht? Ah,
There's no time to waste.
Unnoticed. Good.
okay. Du setzt dich bitte dahin.
Keeping my head down.
Du setzt dich bitte dahin.
Breathe deep and move.
Sehr schön.
Spotted a trap.
Dup, dup, dup.
Purpose. No time to rest.
Nein.
Let's get on with it.
Take you.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Du setzt dich bitte auf den.
Can't afford
idle. This way.
I'll give up now.
Alter, bleib doch
I'm
sitzen.
ready. Let's move.
Oh, critical fail. Nope.
Time to press ahead. Trap. Be cautious. Keep it low. I will take my pick. Proceeding.
Let's go out.
No one stopped me yet. Have to keep going. Seems simple enough.
Läuft. Oh, ein bisschen ärgerlich.
You can relax. This
Awake and alert.
Time to get going.
So, dann gehen wir mal wieder hier unten hin. Einmal F5 gedrückt. Dann sollten wir das Biest fertig machen, hoffe ich. Mal badische Inspiration. Kann ich das auf mich selber wirken? Nee.
What's up for discussion?
One horn. The stink of Avernus. Advocatus Diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you. Bloody right. An honor to be chased by the Blade of Frontiers, but I...
A great heat roars through you. Her heat, fiery as the hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a landscape of fire and blood, the Blood War. You saw it from above as the Nautiloid passed through Avernus. This woman was on the front line.
What was that?
Evidence. Proof that you're a devil. A gladiator in the archdevil Zariel's army.
I can explain, but it's a whole situation. If you just hear me out.
Another vision. Karlach's blade raised, slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Her rage and desperation seep into you. She is a victim of the Blood War, not an agent of it.
She's trying to trick us. Don't believe her lies.
You saw the truth. I never wanted to serve Zariel. I was enlisted in her army against my will. Forced to fight, and fight I did. When I saw an opportunity to get away, I took it. Finally home. Or near it, anyway.
You served her. That's enough to damn you. You don't know what you're saying. You're asking me to trust a devil.
You know monsters, right? Better than anyone. Look into my eyes. Can't you see I'm not what you think?
Shit. You really are no devil, are you? I've been deceived.
Oh, thank the gods. Thought I was gonna have to take your head.
You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
Aye. Truce.
I'm Karlach, but you already knew that. And you are... Well met, soldier. Nice to meet a friendly around here. It's been tough going so far.
I may not be a devil, but I can put the Blade's reputation to work. How would you feel about helping me kill some evil bastards?
Little background, if your moral compass needs something to point at. You already know I fought in the Blood War. I was good. Really good. Turns out, I've got a knack for killing demons. That made me a valuable asset. Zariel, the archdevil herself, made me as her personal attack dog. I played along until I could get the fuck out of there. But devils don't like to lose their assets. Zariel liked it so little. She sent a bunch of goons, so-called Paladines of Tyr, to take me back. Problem is, I'm not going. Fuck yes! They cornered me outside
Die
the
gefällt mir.
house just up the hill. Doubt they've gone far after the scorching I gave them. Then we can work on evicting this parasite and take Faerun by their short hairs. Sound good? I'd hug you if it wouldn't scorch your skin off. Hang on though. Looks like you've got enough backup at your side. Not sure there's room for me. I'll catch up with you when it's time to camp for now. But don't get to any of the fun stuff without me. Got it?
Aha. So, was hat er jetzt zu sagen?
You've been witness to a pantomime, I'm sorry to say. And I've played my part all too poorly. It means that a reckoning's coming. And I'll be the one to pay up. I have never called myself hero. But I am bound to an oath. One night soon when we make camp, the veil will be lifted. And I'll pay my penance. You're not in any danger, I promise. I can't say the same about me.
Aha. Also werde ich ihn sehr wahrscheinlich verlieren. Ich frage mich halt, wer dann hier die ganzen Leute umgebracht hat. Ob das die Türritter waren oder ob sie das doch war. Kann ja sein, dass sie das war. Weiß ja nicht.
really going to hunt a devil on their behalf?
Any sign of the tiefling fiend? First I was burned within an inch of my life, and now I'm stuck playing pantomime. I can't take it anymore. Karlak is going back to Avernus, and if she won't go quietly, she dies. It looks like I'll have to kill you first, which I quite look forward to. Bye-bye.
Ich kann hier hingehen. Ja, machen wir. Kritische Treffer aus, sehr schön. What the fuck?
Battle favors the fearless.
Time to strike. I will not fall before my time. Here we go again. Let's finish this. Strike hard, strike fast.
Time's running out.
Die Bewegungsreichweite, okay. Dann ein.
On the victor's path.
Nice, er ist down. Gut ihn davon.
Give up.
Nice, kriegst du sogar noch einen Wurf hinten drauf.
I am death. Make way.
Hells. My time's running out.
Like a summer's day, thou shinest.
Swift and lethal. No time to waste.
Das Schwert ist super. Drauf. Perfekt.
Victor's path.
Ah, vergiftet. Das ist nicht toll.
Swift and lethal.
So, jetzt schauen wir mal. Also der eine war definitiv ein Paladin.
What's next?
Assume nothing. Let's have a look.
Er war ätzend. Also richtig, richtig ätzend.
I'm spent. I should unwind in camp.
Und das hat schon einfach 2d6. Das ist schon juicy. Not gonna lie.
An efficient path.
Alles das, was ich verkauft habe, ist gerade wieder da. Nice. Oder auch nicht. So. Was haben wir denn? Hier haben wir noch den. Jetzt bin ich zumindest nicht mehr überladen.
Time to get going.
Heißt, hier unten war ich, da war ich. Da geht's lang. Aber vielleicht sollte ich erst einen langen Rast machen. Und dann kann ich mich auch mit der einen Person zusammensetzen.
Hell's fire. She's coming.
Ah, das ist ein Warlock.
Will, you've been naughty. And you know what happens when you're naughty.
Gods damn it. Anyone but her.
You flatterer. Why, if I had a warm heart, I'm sure it would be skipping. Call me Mizora. I'm Will's patron, the fount of his power. My pet's been unruly, and his leash needs a yank. We had a deal, Will. But Karlak's still breathing.
I've taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora, and at least those can be buried after.
That's no kind of talk for a lady. By the way, Karlak, Zariel sends her regards.
You told me! Devils only! She's a tiefling, not a monster!
How
True.
precious. The little pupster's found his bark.
Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the infernal, the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless. Karlak meets the criteria, pet. Trust me on this.
The point? Oh yes. Thanks for the reminder.
Sie will Karlach umbringen?
Will burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
Erdhörnchen.
That's better.
What the hells have you done?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms.
Get used to the new form, pet.
There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo.
Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade.
Karlak, keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine on you.
Oh, and Will, don't forget, our pact still stands. Ta-ta.
Hat sie ernsthaft Tada gesagt? Zum Abbauen? Yikes.
I'll be honest, soldier. I'm reeling. Will hardly knows me, but he chose my life over his. Been a long time since someone stuck their neck out for me like that. You can say that again. When he was chasing me through Avernus, I thought he was just another sad merc. How wrong I was.
Light on my feet. Good time for a chat.
God's damn her, straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mizora made me pay for it. I'd be hunting devils and demons, she said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not Zariel's victims. Not innocent tieflings.
Warlock pacts tend to be unforgiving from what you know of them. Will was lucky he didn't face a more severe punishment.
I'll say what I can, but it won't be enough. It's Mizora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts. Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds, but I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast. I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact. I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden, unless Mizora permits it. But I'll say this. The moment I pacted myself to Mizora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed. It was worth the sacrifice. All I can give you on that is my solemn word. Well met. It's said that anyone who bathes in the river of blood emerges as one born anew. It's a lot like that, I imagine. I feel the weight of these horns on my head, curling upwards like a mammoth's tusks. I feel these ridges snaking down my neck, not to mention a few bumps and prongs in unmentionable places. But I haven't seen my reflection just yet. Be my mirror. What do you see? It's because you know the heart lurking under the horn. The people will see a curiosity, maybe even, but I will slay their monsters, keep them safe, and one day they will see the Blade of Frontiers again. Are you sure? The blade stands at the ready. And just when...
Schauen wir mal, was sie ist für eine Klasse.
Yeah. You did? Wow. That was sound of you. Why'd you do it? Glad to be counted among them. Really glad. Wish I could have been there to watch those ignots crumble, but I'm just happy they're off my tail. Then again, facing them down might have put my tin can into overdrive. Hear that? Infernal engine for a heart. Lets me burn as hot as the hells. Seems to be running in overdrive since I left Avernus. Won't be seeing my mechanic anytime soon, so I'll just make the most of the extra heat. Just don't get too close, till I've found a way to calm it down.
Ja, die Frage ist ganz gut, wie eine infernale Maschine als Herz funktioniert.
High pain tolerance, and a dynamic duo of truly shitty bosses. But it's a bit early in the game to be getting into tragic backstories. Let's save the Scar show for later, after we've worked up an appetite for tragedy. Meanwhile, I'll need to find someone who can tune up my engine sooner rather than later. Believe me when I say this thing is hot. The first time I faced down those Paladines, they let slip there was an infernal mechanic in the area. A tiefling. He might be able to stabilize things, if I can find... A weaponsmith, huh? Not sure if he's the guy, but I'd love to find out. A tune-up would do this rusty heart a world of good.
Das ist die Frage, wo ich Damon finde.
Depends on the type. Ice devils hate an inferno, but that's an easy one. Orthons love projectiles. What they don't love is getting their bombs lobbed right back in their faces. Demons, on the other hand, every demon is absolutely singular. You can't ever think you've got sharp instincts, sharp weapons, and a knack for improvisation. That's the only way to survive them. Anyway, what were we talking about? We were both part of Zariel's inner circle. Her by choice, me by force. In the grand scheme of things, I'm inconsequential to Zariel. Sure, I've got the engine, but she favored me like a child. I'm sure when Zariel gave her the order to hunt me down, Mizora was delighted. I don't know. You'd think she'd have more important things to do. Devils and their pride. No kidding. The fighting, the chaos, the betrayal. It had the makings of a good stage show, but I did not want to be one of the players. You really did it, huh? Not worried about... Well, what can I say? If you got a little boost from the tadpole, who am I to begrudge you? In fact... Got any going spare? You know... I think I would. Bit surprising, but I'm starting to see the silver lining of this whole... I'll hold you to that. Now, are we done here?
So, ich würde sie ganz gerne
Hey,
mitnehmen.
Aces.
So, was hat sie denn? Barbar. Nochmal Nahkampf. Ich bin mir nicht sicher, ob ich Berserker nehmen soll. Gegen physischen Schaden resistent ist halt schon geil. Ah, ich nehme einfach Berserker. Let's go. Ich glaube, ich bin eh gerade in allem, dies im Allen geübt. Holy shit. So, die Frage ist jetzt, welche Rüstungsklasse Carla hat. Da muss ich mal eben raus und schauen, was sie für eine Rüstung hat.
Oh, I could go for a good meal.
Alles klar, kann man komplett ausziehen. Holy shit. Dachte nicht, dass das funktioniert. So, die Frage ist, was ich einen Konstitutionsmodifikator habe. Okay, +2. Natürlich haben sie hier nur String gegeben. Ja. Was auch sonst. Okay, sie hat nur eine mittlere Rüstung. Hm. Ich glaube, ich nehme hier Finte. Oder? Ja, ich nehme einfach mal mittelschwere Rüstung von Berserker. Jetzt noch ein Level up? Nein. Okay, dann bleibt sie erstmal hier stehen. Die hat halt einfach 50 Leben. Dann nochmal 6 Leben mehr.
Oh, come on. You don't mean that. Oh, fine.
Dann schauen wir mal nach dem Druiden.
You wish to speak? In other circumstances, I would have done the same. Perhaps. But best to not dwell on nights past. There are plenty more yet to come. Precious little. But I'm quite certain it can still be found. With such stimulating company? Never better. It's had the whole region around Moonrise Towers in a chokehold. Those who remained are we have to get to Moonrise. But the less time we spend in its blighted surrounds, the better. With such stimulating company? Never better. Miss it. Beware. I'm just glad to be out here amidst the those. There's all I helped. If I can join you and get close to Moonrise, perhaps I can lift this curse, just as you find a cure for your infection. Well, Ketheric Thorn, I studied the Shadow Curse for years, but to truly understand it and stop it, precisely. Then perhaps I could have done some, but in my eagerness, I put far too much faith in the abilities of Arid. Perhaps, but we'll need to get closer. Put it from your mind for now. Once we near the curse.
Ich möchte, dass der Boy hier mitkommt.
You wish to speak?
Warum kann ich jetzt den Druiden nicht mitnehmen?
Karlak's got. Best of all, she. It is over where I am concerned. It is through conflict that we strengthen. Yet I do not recommend Shadowheart's seek. The next resolution may not end in her favor.
Hm. Ja, ich nehme Will wieder mit.
Well met. That's the spirit.
How much farther can I go?
Dog pants through a ball held firmly in his mouth.
Ja, das kriegen wir doch hin, oder? Ja, perfekt.
He relinquishes the ball. It is well chewed and slick with drool.
Oh, toll, ich habe einen Ball erhalten. Was kann der denn? Sehr wahrscheinlich nichts. Okay, hier ist nichts. Alles klar. Dann gehe ich nochmal hier an die Lagertruhe.
Let's have a look.
Mach nochmal eine Rast. Boah, und dann muss ich schlafen. Wenn du ein Eid fokussieren. Das ist nicht für mich. Ah, das ist Paladin-Kram. Ja, geh mal hier in die Truhe. Hier noch so ein Opal. Handtücher. Waffe.
Karlak and Will seem to have put their differences aside. I thought it was going to come to blows for a moment. You already know my biggest secrets. What more can you ask? What, besides my life's calling and the greatest problem? Well, I like night orchids and can't swim. Is that the sort of thing you meant? It's a deal. No, I can't. Quite literally, I mean. If I manage to return to Baldur's Gate and fulfill Shah's mission, then, of course, it is an act of faith, not to be undertaken lightly.
So, dann machen wir hier mal eine Pause.
Cursed.
Perfekt. gespeichert. Hier noch so ein Tadpole. Wenn du die Trefferpunkte deiner Kreatur auf eine niedrigere Anzahl, die deine entwickelnden Mächte verringerst, töte ich sie instant. Die Frage ist, wie viel habe ich denn? Oh, das ist nett. Attributentzug. Einmal pro Zug, wenn du deinen Angriffswurf ausführst, verringert der Angriff das entsprechende Attribut des Ziels um 1. Okay. Hohes Risiko. Für sie eine Kreatur macht, die Heil. Wenn die Kreatur angreift, sie doch auch verwundbar wird für alle Schadensarten. Mhm. Ein Schild beschwören. Interesting. Okay. Ich bedanke mich fürs Zuschauen. Wir werden uns später sehen, denke ich mal. Oh, hier ist noch mal was zum Sprechen.
So,
Dann doch noch nicht.
hey, we've got this soul coin, right? Zariel used to top me up every now and again when she wanted me to go after an especially wicked target. Sort of. Next time we find ourselves toe to toe with something we want to squash, drop a coin in. See what happens. Fuck yes. Now I just need something to sink my teeth into.
Okay, sie ist anscheinend Münzschlitz. Alles klar. Wie schon erwähnt, ich bedanke mich fürs Zuschauen. Der Upload wird online sein. Wie immer, lasst ein Like da, Follow da und Abo da, wenn ihr wollt. Wir werden uns morgen, übermorgen oder wann anders sehen. Beim nächsten Mal